Tenno. It is time, Tenno. Incoming audio transmission. Transmission received.
Welcome back, Tenno. Today's episode is Warframe Digest number 5, recapping Livestream 23. Hopefully you guys had an interesting weekend, because a lot of you can argue that number 23 was not so interesting for a lot of different levels. Some people wanted more new details, some people really did enjoy some of these recaps and some of this insight into the UI development. But the internet is wide, it's diverse, and so are the people on this community. So, let's move on to the first bit of interesting news. Right off the gate, the team made some references to last livestream 2 weeks ago. They talked about the changes that will be implemented into the star system in later updates, along with a new feature they're planning to implement called the Play Now system. Along with the changes to the star system will be the Space Hub, where basically it'll be a center point where people can gather and actually talk to their friends and random people in-game, no longer through a small little chat window. Along with these changes will be a feature to allow people seeking a quick and easy match without having to go into the in-game space to associate with others, the opportunity to do so. It's a very nice, quick way for people just picking up the game, getting a quick session in, or just getting the alert item that just popped up on their Warframe app on the phone. The images you're seeing now are all placeholder, and they will have different reiterations as time goes by. The second thing they talked about was the clan management system. As clans get bigger and more ambitious, they need to find a new system to actually help us organize them. So they showed us a mock-up image of the clan management system as it is presently. Changes will come according to feedback and suggestions from the community, but this is a rough estimate of where they're heading and what are the ideas for the clans in the future. This overall will help the clans in the long run when it comes to managing active and inactive members, helping them get organized with their friends on missions and events within the clans, and it'll tell them also who's joined recently or who's left. It has a lot of nice feedback for the clan members and for the warlords overall. This will be a nice change and a long time coming for most clans. The UI team also addressed a small issue that has been in Warframe for a pretty long time now, and they addressed it and referred to it as the 5 pillars. I'll go over each pillar quickly and briefly to give everyone a general idea of what the team is working on and what may be plans for the game further on. The first pillar they address is the pillar labeled Easy to Learn, Hard to Master. This refers to the learning curve the game has currently, as in all the features are implemented into the game in a very obvious manner, but it's not very obvious for most users. It is very easy to pick up, very easy to actually get into it, and very easy to understand if you know where it is and how to use it. And it's hard to master because a lot of these buttons are still hidden or very scatterbrained, so it's causing mass confusion in new players and slight annoyances on older players. Inconsistency in the UI and lack of information. This pillar is to address and find a way to improve all of this sooner rather than later to make everyone's experience slightly more friendlier. The second pillar was labeled Warframe United, and this seems to address an issue internally within the company that seems to be affecting the game overall. It seems to address an issue with inconsistent art styles and improving the user experience overall. This pillar mainly focuses on uniting the embodiment and vision for Warframe so the game is more streamlined and feels and looks nicer. The third pillar was labeled The Universe is a Hero. This refers to the hub changes coming into the game in upcoming updates that will change how the game feels drastically. This will make the universe itself the focal point of the game and making everything feel more immersive, more united, more player-based and alive than it is now. Currently everyone is divided between load times and mission select screens, and this will make the universe a living, breathing place where people can get together and socialize, interact, buy things together, and show off their color patterns, emblems, and things of that nature. This will be a very interesting change and very drastic. So, not much to do now, but twiddle our thumbs and hope for the best. The fourth pillar is labeled Tenno Together. And again, this is addressing the whole entire social aspect of the game. Yes, social. This seems to be a very common word nowadays. But it's true, as the internet grows more mature and more creative things are coming out, people have a more social nature nowadays more than ever. So this idea is there to actually improve that feature as a whole, instead of just trying to socialize and pair up through a messy chat box with spam text cluttering the things throughout the system. This will actually dedicate it and make it a lot more organized for smaller groups or smaller areas of people looking for certain squads and interest groups in the game overall. And the final and last fifth pillar was labeled Community Constantly. And this is just a quick point that the team wants to make, that all changes in the game for the UI and mechanically in the game go through the Warframe forums. People give feedback, give opinions, thoughts, worries, interests, and different forms of feedback overall, and the team actually actively looks through all of this on a daily basis. That all the changes in the game, for example, the HUD and all of its revisions, have been inspired and made because of those people in the forums giving their feedback, helping the team expand on those ideas and change them for the better. From here on out, the stream kind of just disappears in interesting facts and details, and just kind of goes into a laundry list of questions and feedback that the community wants to give the UI team to see if they want to address them openly and publicly about. Several things about compatibility, accessibility for the UI, colorblind, features and implementation, damage notifications, whether you can toggle those on and off, more awareness in the UI for down teammates or what your teammates currently have on them. Several things addressing things that can or should be toggleable, or things that maybe the team can implement if there's time or if there's interest behind. So a lot of this is, again, addressing feedback and questions that the community may have, and there's a whole entire list on the thank you post for watching the livestream 23. I'll link to that in the description down below, or I might put an annotation over here or on the Lotus's face if I can throw it up somewhere. And that pretty much does it for livestream 23. Not many super important details were seen or presented this time around, because it was just Rebecca and two people from the UI development team. Oh, wait, there was one thing that they did after the livestream. The team came back real quickly, unbeknownst to many people, and I found out about this after rewatching the stream on Twitch when it became available. Jeff and Steve came back after the stream was over to talk about Melee 2.0 and its current status. They wanted to express that Melee 2.0 was a very ambitious and hyped up concept that they felt if they were to deliver it how it is now, they would be cheating the community. So they postponed it a little bit more until the beginning of March, sometime in there. Hopefully, cross your fingers, and no more soons and around the corner trademarks. And they talked about new changes that they're adding to the Melee 2.0. These changes are very interesting and detailed, and will be changing many things from just damage scaling all the way to the method you attack in. This seems very interesting, and it seems to have come from all this hype. So overall, I hope that this extra time the team takes is well worth it, and whatever they give us sometime in March, hopefully, is fun and creative. I am really looking forward to this. I really want to start doing melee-only missions, and I like to see how creative people kind of get with their melee builds. So that pretty much does it for Digest number 5 and the recapping of Livestream 23. I hope to see you guys in-game. Have fun, and good luck.